Well, hello there, all my little sweetie pies. So, as you can tell by the scary music, we are going to be talking about something a little bit different today. I want to tell you guys about something that I have been experiencing for like the past, year and a half. So I have been having these dreams, and these dreams can be categorized as a nightmare, as a night terror, as anything you can conceivably think of, any scary dream, any whatever you want to call it. Well, until recently, I've been getting really worried about it. I've been getting really worried about what these dreams are, what they mean. These dreams have literally been reoccurring, and they have been continuous. And by continuous, I mean that whenever I have a dream the first time, and I fall asleep and have that dream again, it starts where the first dream ended. Like, isn't that, I don't know. Like, I literally don't know. I don't understand. So, I don't know. I guess today I just wanted to tell you guys about my experience with sleep paralysis. Last year, the first time I remember having it, it was scary. It was terrifying. The first time this happened to me, I was watching a movie, my door was closed, and the movie ended. It was probably about, 2 in the morning maybe, and I remember just kind of laying there. The TV was off, the light was off, and I fell asleep. And almost immediately, or not immediately, I fell asleep, and then I remember waking up. And here's the thing, I do remember waking up. I remember my eyes opening. I remember everything about this. The moment I opened my eyes, I couldn't move. I couldn't move. I was on my bed. I was laying down. I couldn't move my arms, my legs. I felt a pressure on my chest, and and all I can remember was the scariest feeling in the world. Like someone was watching me, someone was there. Like it was evil, it was scary, and it was, And I looked at the bottom of my bed, and I saw someone standing there. There was someone standing there, human form, but I couldn't see their face. I couldn't make out the face. It was like a complete and total shadow figure. And I looked up. I remember looking up, and there was a face directly right here. Like, it was this close to me. And I couldn't move, I couldn't scream, I couldn't anything. And I looked to my left. I looked towards my TV, towards my wall, towards my door. There was another one crawling towards me, another one standing, just watching, and another one in front of my bedroom door watching me. And I remember struggling to get up. I remember just sitting there and was like, it felt like I could not, like, there was nothing I could do. I was just laying there. It was just, that is all what was happening. So I remember I was able to reach for my remote, my TV remote, and I physically turned on my TV. Like, I turned it on. And my room was empty. There was no one there. And I wrote it off. I was just like, well, you know what? This is the only time this has ever happened to me. It's never happened to me before. It might have just been a dream. That's all it is. I'm gonna throw it away. That's all it is. I didn't have another dream like that at all until October. Right around the time when, about a week after I got out of jail, and I made that video, and about a week after that, I had another dream. And this dream was different because I wasn't just being watched, I was being pulled. Like, I was being pulled out of my bed. Like, very slowly. I couldn't move. Same thing. I couldn't move. I couldn't scream. I couldn't do anything. And I was being pulled off my bed and slowly dragged towards my bedroom door. And as I said before, I always sleep with my door closed. My bedroom door was slowly opening too. Everything was slow about this. And my bedroom door was opening. And I remember just feeling my lipless limbs being dragged on the floor. And that's when I woke up. The creepy thing about this was I immediately looked at my door. I was back in my bed, but I immediately looked at my door, and my door was creaking open. I just wrote it off as, hey, well, we have cats. There might be a cat in my room. And I turned my light on, looked for a cat, no cats. And I was like, well, you know, maybe someone came in and it's just like the fan or something. I mean, maybe that's what's happening here. So I said, okay, that's totally fine. So I wrote it off again. After that was when I started having these dreams almost twice a week. And the thing about these dreams is that they progressed. They weren't just one simple dream. It wasn't just, oh hey, I'm gonna have this dream. It wasn't repetitious at all. Every dream I had, every dream advanced. It advanced, and it became more than just a sleep paralysis. In these dreams, I was able to start moving my hands. I was able to start grabbing things, and I was even able to move my mouth. I was able to do that. So it kind of even had these elements of lucid dreaming. I was able to, if I wanted to crawl through a door, I could move my arms and try and crawl through that door. But this figure, there's this black figure that comes in my dreams every time, pulls me away from that door. It pulls me in a different direction from where I want to go, and it's the most scary thing that you could think of. You know, it's terrifying. I can't do anything. I can get away all I want. I can grab something, like I could grab a shoe. I could grab a shoe, for example, which I have in one of my dreams, and I could just grab a shoe, slam it against the wall, boom, 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 and I could slam it against the floor and scream all I want, but no one hears me. And I'm being pulled down the hallways. I remember in one dream, I was actually pulled right next to my mom, where she was sleeping. I could see her breathing. I could see her like laying there. I was pulled right next to her, and this black figure just standing there, like, you can't do anything. And I couldn't wake my mom up. I couldn't scream. I couldn't, even though my arms couldn't move, I couldn't lift them enough to reach my mom and touch her. They also became more vivid. And vivid as in, I can tell you about the dream where I, for example, hit my shoe on the hallway wall and screamed for my mom. I can tell you about the dream where I was literally shoved off of my bed and then dragged violently outside my door and into the living room. I remember each and every of these dreams. And they're so scary and they happen so much that I can actually, I know when I'm gonna dream. I know when I'm gonna have this dream, because when I close my eyes, if it's just complete black, I'm fine. I'm not gonna have a dream. But if I close my eyes and I can see my room and I can see the outline of everything in my room, the dream already started. It's basically already started. I'm basically already dreaming. And that surprises me, because can people fall asleep that quick? Like, that's what I want to know. Can people just close their eyes and be asleep? And that's what confuses me a lot, because it's scary. It's really scary. These dreams are intensely scary, guys. And I know when I'm gonna have them. And the one example that I told one of my friends, Jordan, you guys might know Jordan. I told her that I was watching a movie and I fell asleep during this movie and I was dreaming. In that dream, that movie was continuing. It didn't stop. Everything was real. Everything in this dream is in real time for me. And I woke up from that dream scared shitless, sweating, just feeling like I just went through the biggest thing ever. And the movie was literally playing from the spot where my dream ended. And that's the part that scared me, and that's the part that really just screwed with my head, you know what I mean? And also, you know, when you read about these stories, if you were to go in and read about these stories, you were gonna hear about the old hag. You're gonna hear about seeing family members trying to strangle you, and I had those. The old hag, they call her the old hag because it's a lady that is basically in your room. She's standing there, an evil presence, and you're scared of her. And imagine her, just imagine her, guys, crawling up to you, just crawling up to you, and you're looking down and you can see her head slowly pop out from the side of your bed, and she's watching you. She knows you can't do anything, and you're laying there restless, and you want to move, you want to get up, you want to scream, but you can't. And then she gets on the bed, and then she's on top of you. And I know it sounds sexy, right? It sounds like, oh yeah, I have a girl on top of me, but no, it's not. It's literally the scariest thing ever because you can't move. And she is looking at you with, and for me, what tripped me out is it wasn't an old lady. It was a little girl. Like, imagine a little girl that looks like The Ring, or, you know, imagine something like that, like The Grudge. Like, she looked like this, and it was terrifying to me. And then I woke up. And then I fell asleep again. And this little girl crawled off the side of my bed and started pulling me off of my bed. And at that moment, that's when I knew my dreams were continuous. That's when I knew that my dreams were continuing off of the first one. It was like a bad sequel. Eventually, it wasn't just me being pulled around anymore. Okay? It wasn't just me being tugged off my bed. It was eventually, I was being thrown against walls. I was being thrown against, I was being picked up over the shoulder of this black, like, figure, still not seeing any details, any human details of this figure, and I was being carried by them, and I could feel it. I could feel their shoulders against my stomach. I could feel their hand against my shoulder. I could feel them grasping against my hair, pulling my hair. And it's terrible. And I read about this. I went about this because I'm really intrigued about this, about why I'm having these dreams and why I've been having them for so long. And I found that sleep paralysis only happens in about 8% of the human population. That's easily about 2 million people suffer from this. And usually these people, which the other thing that really got me was that the main people that had or experienced sleep paralysis was either a student or they were undergoing some sort of psychological therapy, as in they were crazy. Which says a lot about school because I went to college and that is crazy to me. Like, here's the thing. I could be stressed out. I could be stressed out and I could be not sleeping. I could be maybe even eating before bed or not eating at all. But, Lord knows I'm eating a lot. You know what I mean? And these occurrences, guys, these things with my dreams, they really do scare me. They are the scariest things. Like, take a scary movie and put yourself right in it. Like, you're the one being attacked by these demons, these monsters or whatever. And also, I went online, I went on the internet, and I looked up, what do these dreams mean? Like, is there a point to them? And a lot of people have said that these dreams usually point to something in your life that, that you're experiencing is not something you should be doing. You shouldn't, maybe there is something, so that if in my life right now, there is something I'm not doing that is going to be negative, that I am being taken advantage of. And that's what these dreams mean. It doesn't explain the physical aspects of it, guys. It doesn't explain why I can feel these things carrying me. It doesn't explain the true terror. It doesn't explain anything. And I went religious, guys. I prayed to God that I didn't have a dream like this, and I did. I did the moment I closed my eyes, and it was the scariest thing ever. There was a point in my dream where it was lucid and it was paralyzing, but it also became an out-of-body experience. And this was the most recent dream. This was the most recent dream I had, probably. I had another one last night that I'm going to tell you about here soon. But this one, I was dragged off my bed. This time to the side, not on the end. And I could see myself sleeping on my bed. I could see myself with my hand laying over the bed like that, my head on it, and I could see myself. And I was screaming. I was like, wake up, Larin, come on, do it. I grabbed my shoe, I threw it at myself and everything. Didn't wake up. I was like, well, if this is a dream, then okay, I'll go through it, whatever. But I'm gonna do something. And imagine, I'm basically lucid dreaming because I was able to clench my fist and think about it. I was aware that I was dreaming and I clenched my fist. And I was like, well, if I clench my fist and the body on my bed clenches its fist too, then I know it's me. And what does that body do? Its fist clenches. The biggest and scariest thing that's happened to me so far. I don't know what these dreams are. And the most recent dream I had was one where my family member, my uncle, who is currently staying with us, where he barged into my room and started beating me up, throwing me against the walls, but he wasn't recognizable. I knew it was him because he had the same shirt on, but I knew it wasn't him because he was pure evil. He just wanted to hurt me. So what I want to know is, do you guys have any experience with these dreams? If you do, please leave them in the comments below. I would absolutely love to read them. And it might even bring an insight into why I'm having these dreams, why they're reoccurring, why they're continuing. But that's it for today's video, guys. If you guys want a follow-up video, maybe say 6 months from now, and asking me how these dreams are happening, whatever, I might do that, but you guys will have to like and share this video to all your friends. And also, you guys can tweet this video out, and if you do, I will follow you. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys can help me bring insight into my little predicament, because it is pretty insane. So without further ado, guys, I hope you guys have a good day, evening, and afternoon, because you deserve it. Sleep tight, and don't forget to subscribe. Whoa.